This tutorial is going to take you through how to make a contact sheet and how to rank and sort in Lightroom. So first, let's go through how to import your images into Lightroom. So I've opened up Lightroom, and since I already have some images here in my collection, that's going to pop up on my screen first, but I'm going to take you to if you have nothing in here first. So we're going to start with the library selection area, and we're going to go over here to import. This will take you to your opening screen, which will tell you where all of your servers are and your files. So I'm going to start because I know I have images in my downloads. So I'm going to go in through here. Now automatically everything is checked as if you want to import everything. So I'm going to start with uncheck all, and I'm just going to take a few so we can get started. So one thing you can do is what I'm doing is I'm just going through here and I'm holding down the shift key and clicking on the last image. Now that's going to highlight the images, but it's not going to select them. So after they're highlighted, I can go up here and just select, and you can see they've all been selected. So I'm going to take this group of images, and the second thing you can do is you can tell them where to go once they're in Lightroom. So over here you're going to see file handling, and you're going to see apply during import. Now sometimes if images get lost, they're not going to show up as options to select. In that case, you want to say don't import select suspected duplicates so that in case you need to import them again, you are able to. Now once I have them chosen, I'm going to say add to collection. Think of collections as folders within Lightroom. So I'm going to make a new collection by hitting this plus sign, and I'm going to give it a name. So since we're just practicing, I'm going to call this practice. I could also put it inside a collection I already have, but I'm just going to make a new one. And then I have some other options if I want to apply a certain setting during import. For the most part, you don't need to do that. All right, once I have that all chosen and set up, I'm going to say import. And you're going to see it's going to pull in all of these images here into Lightroom. Now I'm going to shrink this down so we can kind of see everything we have. If I go over here to my collections, you can see all of this is in practice. Now if I go to all of my images, or I can go to any of these other collections I have here, then you're going to see a lot of other stuff. So my folders are things that might be on my computer. And my catalog is if I want to see all of my images. I have over 1,000 in here, or if I have a very specific collection, I can just click on that. And on the bottom, you're going to see all of your images. Now one thing I like to do if I have a lot of images, let's say I have 100 or so, I like to rank and sort right from the beginning. So let's rank and sort just a few of these. So what you can do is you're going to go across and you're going to say, are any of these similar? So what I usually do is first, second, and third cut. So my first cut is really just do I like it? If I do like it, I just on my keyboard press a 1, and you're going to see a 1 star shows up. So let's just give some of them a 1. I like that. I like this one. Okay, and you can see it's at set rating to 1. Now if I go down here, I can change my filter and I can say rated. And you're going to see only the ones that have a 1 star. Now I want to go through and say, are any of these similar? So I kind of think this one and this one are similar, and I call this second cut. So looking at these, if some of them are similar, I choose the one that I like, make this one a 2, leave this one a 1 because it's too similar, make that a 2. These two are also similar. 7 and 8 are very similar, so I'm going to make one of them a 2. Now down here you can see my filter started to show up. I can click on 2 and I only have 2 stars. Now at any point I can go back and I can say filters off, and you can see everything. Ranking and sorting doesn't delete images, it just lets you filter them down. So I'm going to go down to 2 stars. And let's say these are the final ones that I'm going to choose for whatever project I'm working on. I now have them ranked, I have them sorted. If I need to speak with someone else about my final choices, I can just show them my second cut. Now I'm going to go to print. This will allow me to make a contact sheet. Now you're going to notice there's only one in here at this time, and that's because I haven't selected them down here. I can do a select all, which is a command A, or I could highlight all of them individually. And you're going to see they show up right here. Now over here on the right, I can decide how many rows and columns I want. and that is right here on Page Grid. So I could make them even smaller, or I could make them larger. So since I only have 4, I could change how I want this to go. I could make them full size, I could make them smaller, I could make them a lot smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to first cut just so you can see all of them. And this is how I would make a contact sheet. Again, I just did a Command A to select all. I decide how many rows and columns I want in here, and now I have my contact sheet. I could hit print and it would go right to my default printer, or if I don't know which default printer it is, I could hit printer and it will give me my choices. So it is that simple. At any point, if you would like to go back, you can go to your library to see everything. And of course, if I'm ready to do any edits, I can simply click on one, go into my Develop menu, and start to make my changes over here. So remember, the first thing you want to do is you want to import, put it into a collection. The second thing you want to do is you want to rank and sort, so you have your best images chosen. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to go to print, and you're going to make your contact sheet so you can then show all of your images to your client.